Good morning and welcome back to 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. You're listening to the Morning Buzz this morning. My name is Tari Dickerson. I am your host for this morning, joined by my co-host, Gabi Lutz, our newscaster, Ian Love, and our wonderful segment host, Emil Music McCormack. We got a lot to get into today. We got MSU updates, we got politics, but before we get into all that, we need to know what's going on in the world. Ian, would you like to give us our sports update? Not sports update, that's later. Our news update this morning.
Yeah, of course. Hi, my name is Ian Love, and you're listening to 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. In national news, Kirstie Alley, star of the hit show Cheers, sadly passed away on Monday evening. Alley had been recently diagnosed with cancer and was surrounded by friends and family as she passed. She was described as not just an incredible performer, but also an incredible mother, grandmother, and friend. Fans have taken to social media to share their gratitude towards Alley, as well as their respect towards the family during this time. In statewide news, Governor Phil Murphy is appointing the first ever transgender cabinet member in New Jersey history. On Monday, Murphy announced that he will appoint Allison Chris Myers as the acting chair of the New Jersey Civil Service Commission. This makes her the first ever transgender member of a New Jersey governor's cabinet in the history of the state. Myers will be taking over for Deidre Webster Cobb on an interim basis once Cobb retires on January 1st. In local news, the Montclair Town Council will be meeting today to discuss the plans to potentially move forward with Lackawanna Plaza. The December 6th meeting will be held to vote on whether they want to go on to continue the redevelopment plans under the new owner, BDP Holdings. The Montclair Historic Preservation Commission is also planning to hear a presentation for the plaza during the meeting, and if it passes, the proposal will be sent up to the Montclair Planning Board. The current weather is cloudy with a high of 56 and a low of 31, with humidity level of 79 and moderate air quality with a level of 66. There are rainy conditions expected around 11 a.m. My name is Ian Love, and this has been your 7 a.m. news report.
Brilliant, as always. We love Ian Love's news update. Now moving on to sports. Our sportscaster, Ella Rising, is down for the count right now. Ella, we miss you so much.
We do miss you, Ella.
To sub in, we have the lovely Gabi Lutz telling us what sports is, because we know sports so much.
We do know sports so much. All right, guys. So in sports for Monday Night Football, last night the Saints played the Buccaneers last night, with the Buccaneers winning 17-16. In World Cup news, Brazil beat South Korea yesterday 4-1. Croatia beat Japan 3-1 after coming ahead on penalty kicks. And England beat Senegal 3-0. Today at 10 a.m., there will be Morocco versus Spain, and Portugal versus Switzerland will be at 2 p.m. In NHL news, the Golden Knights beat the Bruins last night 4-3. The Blues lost to the Rangers 6-4 yesterday, and the Flyers beat Avalanche 5-3. In Montclair, do we have any sports for Montclair coming up? Actually, I do know something about the hockey team. The hockey team has 2 games home this weekend, Friday and Saturday. Saturday's their senior night. So, yeah, that's what I've got.
Birds.
Go Birds.
Beautiful. We did sports. That was
sport.
That was super sports. Women in sports.
Isn't that great?
That was
sports
so
team hire me. Thanks.
Sports team hire me. I didn't feel like it. But she's great. So now we kept the lights on. We're gonna get into all the juicy stuff, because here at Montclair State University, all the media outlets, all the student-run media outlets met with President Jonathan Koppell and Vice President Dawn Souffleurs to talk about changes being made here on our campus. So here's a recap of what we spoke about during those talks. So Montclair State University President Jonathan Koppell and Vice President Dawn Souffleurs sat down with student media organizations, WMSC, the Montclarian, and others to discuss pressing campus issues. So the buzz on campus lately has been about the merger between Montclair State and Bloomfield College. His first obligation to his students, as in Jonathan Koppell, is the student and faculty here at Montclair State. He made it clear that students' tuition will not be used to keep Bloomfield open. He also said he believes it could solve some issues on our own campus. Koppell also touched on campus safety issues and gave his opinion on the recent robbery that occurred in Bone Hall. One of the issues addressed by Souffleurs was the work schedule that resident assistants have to follow. Some shifts start at 3 a.m. and last until 6 a.m. Another issue brought up by student media was the challenges that students with disabilities face day to day on campus. These issues include elevators not working, sinks not being low enough to wash their hands in the bathroom, and not being able to get into buildings through the front doors due to the handicap buttons not functioning. About this issue, Jonathan Koppell said, quote, "We've looked at where it's possible for us to make changes that are raising the bar in terms of accessibility. A lot of those things are expensive. A lot are construction related, whether you're talking about ramps or other modifications. It doesn't mean we don't do them, but they require pretty significant capital planning and capital investments." So, how is everybody feeling about everything that's been addressed by President Koppell and Vice President Don Souffleurs? Do you have any qualms?
I actually got to speak to President Koppell the other day at the rec center because he came to our rec board meeting, and I was like, I will never get to speak to this man again. Now is my time. And I actually asked him about the station regarding this merger, which is so funny because I was at the rec center. I should be asking questions about that, but why would I do that when I can ask questions about WMSC? And I had asked, because I know that Bloomfield College has their own radio station. So I'd asked him and I was like, hey, like, what's happening with that? And he had said they don't really have too many details laid out for the merger itself. He's like, we got past the big thing of, acquiring Bloomfield, but now there's all these details that we have to go through.
Right.
He was like, he's like, it would be really cool if we had one big broadcasting system, is what he said.
That would be awesome.
For both. And I thought that was really cool. But he did say, yes, that Bloomfield students, he wants them to be able to use our stuff like we use ours, because it's not like they're still just Bloomfield College. Like they will be a part of Montclair State. Like they will have Montclair State IDs. Like they will be considered Montclair State students. So he definitely wants them to be able to use our facilities and all that if they so please. I mean, they have their own facilities, but if they want to use ours, they can. And some classes will be held here and things like that. I think it's got a lot of details to work out, though.
I completely agree. And I think a lot of the particular concerns that I hear is a lot of what's going to happen with different departments, because we just literally acquired an entire institution, and so there is double of almost everything. So it's so interesting. Personally, I'm an RA, and we're like, okay, so there's 2 residence life departments, and we're curious of how that's going to affect us and our position, and how res life and dorming is going to look like, whether different academic buildings are going to move into that on that campus as well. And all of this is obviously speculation because the details aren't fleshed out, but it's really interesting that there's quite literally so many ways that this would go. And and on top of that, we're acquiring more students on top of that, which honestly is a double-edged sword, because a campus is crowded as it is, but now we have a whole other campus to work with. So I think the possibilities are almost endless, and there's a lot that can be done creatively to make this work really, really well. So I'm actually really excited for it. And I know a lot of people are going to be scared of the change, and it may very well inconvenience some things if certain academics have to go to Bloomfield's campus, which obviously inconveniences happen. But I think for the overall big picture, I don't see anything wrong with it. I'm really excited, actually. How's the rest of the group feeling about it?
I'm still very confused by it. I feel like I learn more and more every day. And when I first heard we're merging, I was like, oh, cool. And I didn't even know what that meant. But we're literally merging with another college. What does this? What?
So basically, from what someone correct me if I'm wrong. From my understanding is that Bloomfield was under a lot of financial trouble, and so MSU was working with them and has acquired Bloomfield College. So
Mhm.
now their campus we own pretty much. So it's going to be like Montclair State at Bloomfield College. So we're all going to be one little happy family.
But then do they come to our campus?
That's the stuff that they haven't fleshed out yet.
Yeah, because I mean, obviously, like not obvious because I don't have a car on campus, but my mind goes to like where if we don't have parking for everyone who's here already, and that's like
So
the number one complaint here. What does that mean?
So I heard that they're going to try and make, which none of this is confirmed yet, by the way. As I said before, because the details still have to be fleshed out, but he did mention something about it being where they're going to have some like public transportation to take Bloomfield students from there to here.
Okay.
Only reason why
Hmm.
that worries me is because our own shuttle service on campus can't be on
You
time.
took the words right out of my mouth.
Yes, but maybe they're working on fixing ours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
How far is the other campus? How far is Bloomfield?
It's about 10-15 minutes, I would
Okay.
say.
yeah, I don't think it's too
It's
bad.
not bad. Bloomfield
Okay.
as a town isn't that bad. I think I looked up one time how far Bloomfield College is, and it's about a 15-minute drive.
Okay.
So it's
Not
not
too bad.
bad, but that is definitely a huge factor is going to be the transportation, especially when you start moving people's majors to different campuses, if that is a
Mhm.
possibility. Because
Yeah.
if on our current campus we're already having trouble,
I don't think they're going to be moving our classes to another campus.
I think the School of
But-
Comms here will be fine.
Yeah, no, I don't
Mm.
think they're going to be moving our classes because they're not going to, because we're paying for this whole university. Like they're going to make sure that we're using the facilities that we have, but Bloomfield will be able to use our facilities as well.
That's what it's. Is that what you're speculating, or is that what you're
No, that's
hearing?
pretty much what I'm hearing.
Okay.
Is that like we could use their stuff, but for classes, like they're just going to be on campus. Some of Bloomfield's classes will probably end up here,
Mm.
but
I'm
we're not
also
gonna
thinking
go to Bloomfield.
with our bigger majors like psych, right? Like
Yeah.
that's like that building is Dixon, I think.
Dixon is like like psych and also like English
And like the
Humanities,
stuff.
yeah.
humanities.
So
yeah.
I'm curious, since that building's very small and like psych is also one of our bigger majors, if they would ever consider moving something like that to Bloomfield. But I'm not sure. Like literally anything is a toss up. We're sitting here speculating.
It's a bunch.
Just like
I
I wouldn't want to be in charge of this. Shout out to
No.
Dr.
No,
Koppell
literally.
because
No.
there's so many details that you have to deal with and you have to learn because everybody has questions and every single question is different. I asked him because when I first heard it, I thought it'd be kind of like how Rowan University in South Jersey, we have Rowan College, which was just Gloucester County College.
right.
And then they took it and Rowan took it and they own it now. So those students, they get their associates there and then they have the option to, once they get their associate there, they don't have to like be accepted into Rowan University. They can just go to Rowan University.
Exactly.
And I thought it was going to be like that, but it's not. It's literally like they are students of Montclair State and they don't have to like do the whole transfer process.
right.
They're just able to go to community college
Interesting.
while being Montclair State students.
right. So
It wasn't what I thought it was going to be, but I asked him because I was very curious and that's what he told me. Like, it's not anything like the Rowan thing.
yeah. So it is really like the whole thing is just really interesting. I want to touch briefly on other things that they address, such as campus safety and things like that. How do you all feel about campus being safe and things like that? Or like, do you have worries about campus safety after the Bone Hall robbery?
You know, the Bone Hall robbery to me was very Bone Hall. And I know that sounds awful, right? Because like
Best
you know
way to
that
describe it.
terrified those students who
Yeah.
live there. But having lived in Bone Hall, nobody locks their doors.
Mm.
People leave their doors open. Like it's a very open door policy, and you don't see something like that happening in like Denalo because you have to you have to use your card to swipe in to get into your room every single time.
Yeah.
You see this in Bone because people will leave their rooms and be like, nah, I don't gotta lock my door, which is stupid.
Emo, I
Because
see a
I'm
face.
confused. What are the doors like in
Oh,
Bone?
it's just a key.
They
You
give
have
you
like a
key.
physical
You have a
key.
physical
Yeah.
key,
I
and
did not
the
know
door's
this.
not automatically locked. Like I know, like in Hawks Crossing, like you have your key,
Yeah.
but once the door closes, it's locked and you have to use your key again. It's not like that in
Mm.
Bone. It's like you unlock your door, and until you relock it, it's just unlocked.
Actually,
did not
fun fact,
know.
some of the doors at Hawk don't do that. They don't lock automatically, so you have to like
What?
I have to physically lock my door. Like
Well, no,
normal.
my apartment door I do, but the main hall door you don't have to.
Okay, that's what you meant. Okay,
Yeah.
got you.
Because like I trust the people in my hallway enough to not come into my room.
Do you think it's a matter of students should practice safer options to
Yes.
like they should be locking their door and things like
Mhm.
that
Oh yeah.
rather than
Mhm.
an actual campus
'Cause-
safety issue?
Yeah, robberies have been happening in Bone Hall for forever now. As a senior, like it's been happening since freshman year. But this is like the one that like the robbers got caught, and it was more of a like they were facing each other situation. But like I remember freshman year, somebody stole someone's Xbox.
Whoa.
And the
Ooh.
RAs were like, hey guys, lock your doors, like Xboxes are getting stolen. Like it was very casual, but also like it's been happening for forever, and that's because nobody in Bone locks their doors.
Yeah, so I think that's what I was thinking, because as someone who's gone here for at least 3 years, I think I feel pretty safe on campus for the most part, especially being that it's a public university. But
Truth.
like I think it's also important to lock your doors and keep your own belongings safe and make sure you're being mindful of your belongings. So that's like honestly, like that's kind of reiterating what President Koppell and Don Souffleurs has said as well.
Yeah.
Just because like I don't think this one instance is reflective of the entirety of campus safety.
No, and you know it happens everywhere, and the fact that is like our biggest problem right now at this moment is like pretty okay considering there are other universities that are really going through it.
Absolutely.
So I think people forget that is like that's like one little instance in a big scheme of things.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know.
That's true. Well, there was a lot to unpack there. There's still a lot to unpack with this whole Bloomfield thing, like everything going on campus, but we must move on.
And there's a lot to unpack with this country as always.
Amen.
So guess who's back? Back again. the heavily conservative Supreme Court. Woo!
Yeah.
A Christian graphic artist caught the Supreme Court's attention because she refuses to design wedding websites for gay couples. What? Okay. I love how we had different reactions, but they had the same energy.
Yeah.
Crazy. The latest collision of religion and gay rights to land at the High Court. The designer and her supporters say that ruling against her would force artists, from painters and photographers to writers and musicians, to do work that is against their beliefs. Her opponents, meanwhile, say that if she wins, a range of businesses will be able to discriminate, refusing to serve Black, Jewish, or Muslim customers, interracial or interfaith couples, or immigrants. Over more than 2 hours of spirited arguments, the justices repeatedly tested out what ruling for the designer could mean, using detailed and sometimes colorful hypothetical scenarios. The case comes at a time when the court is dominated 6-3 by conservatives, and it follows a series of cases in which justices have sided with religious plaintiffs. Across the street from the court, meanwhile, lawmakers in Congress are finalizing what would be a landmark bill protecting same-sex marriage legislation prompted by a different high court case from earlier this year. During arguments during the court, 3 liberal justices expressed concerns about ruling for website designer and graphic artist Lori Smith, while conservatives suggested support for her. This is complicated, guys, because do I agree that she should not be like discriminating against, gay couples and all? Of course. Hi, it's me, a bisexual. But I don't agree with it, of course, but also once again, we keep putting religion with state, and that is where we're not supposed to be doing. It's supposed to be separation of church and state. And I feel like this should not be a Supreme Court thing.
It shouldn't, but people always are very, very adamant with their belief systems, and
it's like if they're gonna believe and she's gonna be discriminatory, that's on her business,
literally.
And it's like, you know what, like I don't like you and I think you're dumb, but I mean that's your business and I'm just not gonna come to you.
And I think it just isn't. I get so angry because it's not right to quite literally refuse service. The layers and layers of oppression that are behind that statement when it comes to people of color, when it comes to LGBTQ community, it quite literally perpetuates a history and of oppression.
Mhm.
And I don't understand how you can live in this country knowing the whatever you want to call it, a salad bowl, a melting pot of diversity that it is. Have a business and not want to serve everybody that walks through the door.
Oh no, it's ridiculous. And you know what? How are you going to have a business, one, and not be willing to make money? First of all, it has nothing to do with your religious beliefs. It has to do with the money. You know,
make your bag. I don't understand.
Like they're not hurting you.
They
like,
just want. Whoa, but it says it was a website making service,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
They just want a site.
I'm not for you know, marrying a Jehovah's Witness, you know, my personal preference, but I'll photograph a Jehovah's Witness wedding.
Right.
If you want. I don't even know if they have weddings. Do they have weddings like that?
I think most
They don't celebrate any holidays or birthdays or anything. Anyways, I'm not going to get into that.
A wedding.
But I still would photograph their wedding just because I would not marry a Jehovah's Witness myself. I'm so sorry, Jehovah's Witnesses. I've met a couple of you. You're lovely people. I just like holidays. But even though I would not marry one, does not mean that I would not photograph their wedding.
That is cracking me up. But the thing is I feel like that statement that you made isn't particularly rooted in any type of phobia or racism. It's just,
I don't know.
That,
maybe it's just harder for me to imagine that because I don't have those phobias.
That's true.
You know, I don't feel that way.
We are loving individuals. So
yes.
It is.
I like people sometimes. All right, let's not go all the time. Sometimes.
It is really weird to think about though, because I mean, I'm much like you where it's just like I would never think to ever think any differently of someone because they're in a same-sex relationship. No. I don't even know how to start to think as someone who's like wedding.
I'd like I'm down. Bag is bag.
Bag is bag.
So real.
But also
so real.
I do want to say that if I was coming into this and I wanted a wedding website and I was with someone also female and they're like, no, we'll not make this for you, I wouldn't want to go to that business anyway.
That's true.
Like, I mean, it's more complex than that because like obviously they're fighting against it, but and it's easy to say like, oh, just shrug it off kind of thing. But I feel like I'd be like, oh, well, I don't want to pay you anyway because you're yucky, and I'll go find someone who will and actually, you know, believes that I should exist.
Exactly.
I absolutely agree. And on top of that, yes, at the end of the day, if you go to a business and they do something you don't like, what aside from spewing utter hatred, they don't do something you like, yes, of course you have the option to not go to that business. But I think the point of this case is to make an example out of this particular business, because this happened like way before when I think a homosexual couple asked for a wedding cake at a bakery in Colorado, and the same thing happened where they were denied because they were a homosexual couple and that business didn't want to make them a wedding cake. Same thing, we keep seeing these stories, and I think it's important to use these businesses as an example of, we live in a country where there's going to be a lot of different people from a lot of different walks of life, and though you use your faith, you can lead with your own faith, of course, but that doesn't mean you can use your faith to discriminate against other people, because they did the same thing with people of color way back when. They do the same thing with the LGBTQ community today, and people are still getting oppressed because of faith today. And like you were saying, Gabby, a separation of church and state. Hello.
Yeah, literally, that's the whole point of this country, right? Is like people came here so they could, you know, believe what they want to believe and it wouldn't be affected by the state. So I don't know. I mean, like, do I agree with this woman? Like, that's where it's like a double-edged sword, right? Is like, do I agree with this company? No, but I'm just not gonna go to her and she's just gonna lose her bag. Sorry. But also, like, why is state
exactly why
making these decisions?
Why should we allow somebody to deny somebody service because of who they are? And I just don't personally, and I'm mildly a Christian. I like use that very loosely because I'm a different breed of
I'm
Christian.
Catholic, but like,
you know, yes.
you know,
like, I'm very
the silence says it all.
different in the sense of, honestly, I don't believe homophobia is a sin. Homophobia, no, I believe homophobia is bad. I don't believe being homosexual is a sin and things like that. And I just feel like if you're going to lead with your faith, you should welcome all people, just coming from that aspect as well. And it's just like, there's so many different layers to this.
I think like an onion. I feel like
Lara says shout out to the Episcopalians.
Truth. I feel like I lost what I was gonna say. Wow, it was a good statement too.
Think on it, and I'm gonna.
It's fine. Yeah, move on.
We can just keep going. While you think about it, we can go to break.
Yes.
Here on the Morning Buzz, we got more stuff to talk about here in this lovely, lovely country that we live in. So keep rocking with us, and we'll be back in a second. Hi, Zoom. We're back here on the Morning Buzz, 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. Our next story. So this is really interesting to me because I haven't renewed my license. I'm so sorry, government. But the Real ID deadline has been pushed back another 2 years to May 2025. So for the third time, the federal government has pushed back the Real ID deadline for air travelers Flyers now have until May 7th, 2025 to get a driver's license marked with a star 2 years later than the previous deadline. Secretary of Homeland Security, sorry, I had to put the zoom fader on. Secretary of Homeland Security Alejandro N. Mayorkas said in a press release, quote, "This extension will give states needed time to ensure their residents can obtain a Real ID compliant license or identification card. DHS will also use this time to implement innovations to make the process more efficient and accessible. We will continue to ensure that the American public can travel safely. Real ID is more secure version of the traditional driver's license and a new federal requirement to help prevent fraudulent identification. The original deadline was October 2020, but it was pushed back to October 2021 because of COVID. It was further delayed until May 2023. In yesterday's Monday announcement, travelers will now have more than 800 additional days to get to the Motor Vehicle Commission. The case comes at a time where the court dominated a 6-3 by conservatives and follows a series of cases in which justices have sided with religious plaintiffs. Across the street, oh, that's for the other story. So, yeah. So, Real ID. Honestly, fun thing about this is that I didn't know it was happening. So I was talking about it with my roommates yesterday, and they were explaining me the whole works. And it's like a passport.
Like it's like your ID, but it's also like a passport.
Interesting.
Yeah, like you need to use it to travel.
To travel in domestically.
Domestically, yeah, but like,
And
I don't know if it's for
outside the country, I would assume that's just regular passport.
Yeah, you just need
so
passport.
interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. I really need to go to the DMV to get it.
That makes two of us.
Yeah. So is it gonna be vertical still? Or is it gonna
No, well, so here's the thing with Real ID, it's like the vertical horizontal thing, it's still the same. Like if you're 21, you know, like you get the horizontal, whatever.
I thought that was after you get past your like Cinderella period of your like probationary license. Oh, so that's for when you're 21.
Yeah, horizontal is what happens when you turn 21.
Wow.
Yeah, so Real ID is just so like you'll see that like star or whatever they're putting on them.
Yeah, it's like a little indicator
to tell you that like, hey, like you can. So that's not going to be a problem for you until May 2025. But it was so your ID now, if you don't have the Real ID, will say like not for Real ID use, which one I hate because it makes it look fake.
Mm-hmm. That was the
like,
first thing I noticed.
And I'm like, oh, please don't think it's fake. It's real. I promise. Because
it's
New Jersey ID
be a really weird limbo period.
Yeah.
Of ID checking.
And I mean, but I'm sure that those who check IDs will be like kept on like updates. So I have faith, trust in pixie dust. But you know, I'm actually kind of glad that they're moving this forward. But part of me is not glad at the same time because I need to get a Real ID. And with the deadline of May 2023, I was like, oh, I can go get a new ID because mine currently is vertical because I renewed mine too early. Like I renewed it like the week before my birthday when I turned 21.
I see.
So when I got it, it was like a couple days before my birthday because I wasn't sure when I was going to get it. And I thought, well, if it's about to expire, they'll probably just give me the horizontal. And they did not. So I still have a vertical ID, but it's not. It won't expire until 2026, but I don't want a vertical ID when I'm 25 years old. You know,
I'm in the same situation because I also.
You can't just go to get the new one. Or does it cost money?
Since COVID, one, it costs money. Two, since COVID happened, it's very hard to like go to the DMV. Like it happens online now. So I was like, oh, my excuse will be when I go to get the Real ID. Mm-hmm. They'll just, you know,
give you
make it a horizontal one.
But then you got to do it. No,
that's true.
Yeah, but now I have extra time to procrastinate, and I didn't want to do that because I was like, oh, May 2023, like I'm gonna be traveling, so like I'm gonna have to go get it before I travel. But now,
oh my gosh, wait, so is it for just flying?
Yeah, mostly just for flying. I'm sure there'll be other places that'll use it.
That makes sense. I feel like if you're in a car, like, who's gonna check me, boo?
Yeah, I do
My foot
feel like
on the gas.
Literally, I do feel like once that happens, a lot of places will probably look for Real IDs instead of the ones that say not for Real ID use.
That's true.
But yeah, it's mostly for traveling, like domestic travels, like on flights and stuff. So yeah, you will need that.
And I'm the worst adult ever. I had no idea about the IDs, the horizontal, the vertical. I was like, give me the card with my face on it.
It's like embarrassing when I go out and they're like, can I have your ID? Can I see your ID? And I'm like, it's vertical. Take it.
Mine is vertical, and I took the photo when I was like 17.
Yeah, mine's still the same photo. Mine's still the same photo as well.
Are you taking it out?
Yes, as you can see, I look like a baby. I look like a sad little bean.
That's high school Gabi.
That is high school Gabi. That is 18-year-old Gabi.
High school Gabi's so cute.
Gabi is 21 now, by the way.
Mine has pink hair in it, severely outdated.
I have pink hair now.
I'll look for it.
Would you change your license every time you change your hair color?
No, because then I'd need to keep going back to the DMV.
I was gonna say that'd be
yeah.
really
And
expensive.
I don't want to go to the DMV as often as I change my hair color.
It would
Because I would be going often.
That's very
it costs
true. And
more
also,
to go to the DMV to change for your hair color than it would to get your hair done.
Probably.
sometimes DMV people be a little mean.
Truth.
They'd be like,
Oh my goodness.
have your stuff ready.
Mhm.
They'd be yelling
Yeah.
at you. Oh my goodness.
I will tell people that the part of my driving test that gave me the most anxiety wasn't the test itself. It was going into the DMV afterwards.
And
I did not like it.
Everybody there is in such a rush because they're like, I'm just here to get my ID. Like, that's it.
Mhm.
And then, and then there's so many people at once, and then all the DMV employees are like,
and then
I
nobody
don't
has
wanna hear
their
no
stuff
one has
when
their
you get
like
to the
6
window.
points.
Yeah.
And,
Ugh.
it's awful. So I get the frustrations.
Hashtag adulting, as the
Adulting is
millennials would say.
I
But-
do not like
Ugh,
adulting.
not the millennials.
But you know what else is awful? The fact that we still need to do such strides to protect abortion in this
Oh
country.
my gosh, you're so
What a
right.
coinky dink.
Isn't that a coinky dink?
I think you
I haven't heard that term in a long time. I'm sorry, coinky
you're
dink. That's
so
so funny.
welcome. But what's
So-
going on with this?
So, the Biden administration is still actively searching for ways to safeguard abortion access for millions of women. Yay, we're talking about abortion again. It's our favorite topic. There's a renewed push at the White House to find ways to help women in states that have virtually outlawed or limited the treatment and to keep the issue on top of the mind for voters. In reality, though, Biden's administration, is shackled by a ban on federal funding for most abortions, a conservative-leaning Supreme Court inclined to rule against abortion rights, and a split Congress unwilling to pass legislation on the matter. Meanwhile, frustration on the ground in most abortion-restricted states is mounting. Administration officials are meeting today and tomorrow with state lawmakers ahead of their 2023 sessions, included in states with more extreme bans on the table, and will discuss safeguarding rights and helping women access care as top issues. The meetings follow sit-downs with roughly 9 governors, attorneys generals, and Democratic state legislators from more than 30 states. So, Biden's efforts to protect abortion access are hitting some roadblocks, which is frustrating. As we know.
Frustrating always, because I'm
Frustrating
so
always.
tired of this conversation of whether women should have control over their bodies. The answer is yes. The answer is yes. These opinions are not reflective of our station, but they're reflective of Terry
and Gabi.
and Gabi and Lara too, because
Lara
our little
is not
grandma-
in studio today, so she
says hi
can't
from
actually
Zoom.
speak.
But if she was
Hello.
here, she would hi.
She would pull the mic away from me and start getting in it.
Yeah, and we love her for it.
We do.
But I'm honestly, I don't know what you would tell somebody who's so adamant against abortion
Yeah.
to change
I-
their mind at this
So
point.
this is actually very interesting. I actually heard a story the other day, and I don't know, maybe it was from Lara, maybe it was from somebody else. I can't really remember who told me the story, but they were telling me about this person they knew who had a miscarriage, but they were so late in term that they had to use an abortion pill.
Okay.
And with the, the problems with abortion and all in the state, in the country going on right now, they were like, I don't know what would have happened if I wasn't from New Jersey.
Yeah.
Like, because
think about
Jersey, we
that.
have our governor and he's chilling and he's vibing or whatever, and he's helping us out, making sure that
And it's
we
codified
stay
in our
safe.
law.
Yes, but not every state is like that. So for those women who have a miscarriage so late in term, and then they have to use an abortion pill. They can't. So what are they going to do? Hold that child until it's due or come,
right?
And that's awful.
It's awful. And a lot of the times, from my understanding of how abortion pills work, let's say if that individual had a miscarriage, the abortion pill is to just get the rest of like the fetal matter out of the woman's body. So if that fetal matter is still sitting in that woman's uterus, that's going to have a lot of lasting health issues and could give her a lot of problems until she passes it on her own. But at that
and not
point,
only that, it's devastating.
Yes.
To lose your child, like to plan to have a kid and then have a miscarriage is devastating as it is. But to have to know that it's still within you
is awful.
Is even worse.
And having to go through
and have to think about it constantly because your body is still dealing with the effects of it.
It's horrifying. And the fact that people are sitting there in their law offices debating this issue really it burns me knowing that there are women out there in this moment today who are struggling with the fact that they don't know where they can get an abortion because of an pregnancy, whether it's from sexual assault, whether it's just from a really unfortunate one-night stand, regardless of what it was. There are women out there right now worrying about their future because they're not ready to have a kid and they don't have access to the same resources that us in New Jersey have, which makes us very privileged. But also, we as people who are in a state of privilege continue to advocate for people who don't have those resources. So, on that note, we are going to take, honestly, a tiny little break.
A PSA break.
And
then we come back.
And we come back for fun stuff.
We have better stuff coming, promise.
Shortest break of our life.
Shortest break of your life.
So soon.
Ready? Like 15 seconds. Ready?
Like now. Didn't I tell you it'd be so quick? It was so quick.
Yeah, no.
And now we're here.
You've done it.
And we're gonna get back into the fun stuff.
It's Buzzmas!
It's Buzzmas.
Sorry, I just stole your thunder.
It's okay. Because it's Buzzmas. We're spreading holiday cheer here at the Morning Buzz. And we have a really, really fun thing that we're gonna do with you all. So, here at the Morning Buzz, here at WMSC, we're a radio station. We love music. We love Christmas music. So, guys, today we are going to rank Christmas songs in this giant holiday songs in this tier list. I'm gonna share screen with our metamates so you can see this tier list. Is the tier list being seen right now?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me go.
Get rid of everything else. Don't let them see all the good stuff.
I'm not letting them see the stuff. Okay.
The stuff.
Is all the stuff being seen?
Yes.
Okay. So for our people on the airways, you can't see this tier list, but we're going to describe it for you because we still love and appreciate you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, you know what? We'll go one by one. We're ranking it from 1 to 10, 1 being the best, 10 being the worst.
These songs were given to us by WMSC members.
Yes.
And we are ranking them. So if your favorite song, holiday song, is not here, that stinks for you.
So sorry. But we have to rank our members because we love them. Yes. So Tanner, beloved Tanner, his favorite song is Father Christmas by the Kings. I don't know this one.
I don't know this one either, so I'm thinking I'm just going to put that at the bottom.
Straight at the bottom.
Yeah, I've never.
Is everyone putting it up?
I don't know this one.
I don't know this.
Sorry, Tanner.
Should we give him a 9?
Yeah. Why do we only have 9 songs? Why not 10? That hurts my feelings. It's fine.
Oh,
I'm putting it at 9 because
Tanner.
Because Tanner, nobody knows it. 9.
Real. Okay. Gabi, Yours is Mistletoe by Justin Bieber.
Straight up number 1. Okay.
Care to elaborate? Why is this your favorite?
Okay, first of all, I know a lot of people love Justin Bieber.
Real.
I also know that a lot of people love Mistletoe, and I love the song Mistletoe. It's poppy, it's fun, it's a good vibe for Christmas and the holidays and yada yada yada. And every time this song gets played, everybody in the room always starts singing along.
That's true. It gets like really, it gets very passionate, and it's not even like, it's a really chill song. That's the thing. But I feel like this is a moment where everyone comes together, arms linked, candle lights up or whatever. Yes. I don't know, but people really get into it. So
I'm staying by my
decision. It's a good song. I would say it's not my personal favorite. I don't know how the group feels. I want to say
I don't think I've ever heard this song.
I don't know.
Oh.
And you're not.
I'm sorry.
In comparison to the other stuff we got going on, also we can like shift stuff around at after.
No. Didn't it say that?
No, we're
this is like we're keeping it.
Yeah, no. Once we
Can't
put it
change
there,
it.
no changes.
Okay.
No regrets.
I'm gonna put it.
No regrets.
Can we make it 3?
That's really high on the list.
Yes.
And I'm looking at the other.
I'm looking at the other songs and I don't know half of them.
No,
I only don't know like
I'll
3.
sing Mistletoe. What, you want to sing it?
Yeah.
It's
ready?
the most beautiful time of the year.
Lights fill the streets.
Go,
So
Gabi.
much cheer.
Yeah.
I should
You
be
still don't know
playing
it?
in the winter snow.
This is
but
tragic.
I'm be under the
Mistletoe.
Well,
I don't want to miss out on the holiday, but I can't stop staring at
Hi.
your face.
Yeah.
I should be chilling with my folks I know.
You know.
I'm under the mistletoe with
With-
you.
Yeah, girl.
Shawty with you.
With-
you.
Mm.
Shawty with you. With you.
So,
Under the mistletoe.
and now that we've done that for
I just
Emo
let me
and
finish.
Ian, they still don't know the song, which is tragic.
Disgusting.
I think because of your performance, I will give it 3. Yes, I will.
Sorry, I know I just clipped the audio right there. I'm so sorry.
So fine. So mine is okay. Mine was in between
Oh, this is a good one though.
this one and This Christmas by Chris Brown, but
I was between those two too. I was
yeah,
between mine.
someone
and
else said that.
This Christmas.
So I picked Underneath the Tree by Kelly Clarkson. Do you know this one? Please.
You don't?
Have you ever
They're
experienced
canceled this week.
Christmas
Terry,
cheer
This
and
is you're
joy?
in my show now. They're not
Mm.
included. They're done. They're canceled.
We
How
can't
do you not
fire
know
them,
this song?
But I love them. You can't fire them.
I don't care.
Gabby's like, fired! Fired! So if I wanted to be biased, I think Underneath the Tree is a 2. But if I would rank it above Mistletoe. But
wow, that's
I'll
not-
agree with you just because it's Kelly Clarkson, and
Yes.
I will trust Kelly Clarkson.
It's amazing, but I don't know if it's number 2, dog.
I would have put it at number 3, but you took it.
Well, because Mistletoe deserved 2 or
Okay.
1, but we
I wouldn't
agreed on 3.
Be mad at putting it at 4.
All right, let's put it at 4.
We'll put it at 4.
We'll put it at 4. I'm sorry. We gotta put it at 4.
So
I do like it though. It's 3 also, but we can't have 2 3s.
we can't, because that would be 6, and then
because in my opinion, I would make Mistletoe number 1.
right.
But
This is
can't
like
do that, so-
super unbiased journalism, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
anyways, next.
Our general manager, Annabella, we love her so much. Her favorite song is You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch
I get it.
by the Misfits.
I think objectively it's
Sick.
2.
I get it.
This is a recommendation.
I feel like
Mm.
what else to do if you like the Grinch, you like this song.
And
Mhm.
can I be honest? Like, I think Annabella's just into the classics.
I get it.
I get it.
It's understandable. Understandably
It's
so. Why is there
reliable.
no
It's also-
Michael Bublé on this list is what I'm wondering.
The
Real.
best diss track to ever drop.
That's
You
so
mean on Mr. Grinch.
Truth.
that's so true.
So real. Can we put it
They
in the
didn't need to
spotlight?
they were able to absolutely destroy the Grinch without having to go to any far lengths.
True fact.
Honestly, though, I think he would think it's a compliment.
True fact.
So it may be just a really endearing ballad about the Grinch, and for him, but
Her.
for us, it's like a diss track.
So where are we putting this?
I think 5 because
I think 5 is good.
it's reliable.
It's a good middle ground.
It's a
Mm.
good middle ground. It's a classic.
It's a neutral.
Yes.
That's 5.
Fair enough.
Next one we got.
Ella Rising Star.
Oh, my queen.
Her favorite Christmas song is That's What Christmas Means to Me, but the Pentatonics version. I've
never heard this.
No, I mean, I love pentatonic songs, but this would not be the one that I picked.
This is not my favorite.
You know?
I would put this at an
Carol of
8.
the Bells by Pentatonics.
Yes, that's super, super good. Also, classic Mary, did you know that one? Really, really good. I'm thinking 8.
I'm thinking 8 works. I
8
can
works.
agree with that because
Okay.
I don't know. It's just Pentatonics has so many better holiday songs.
I agree.
100%.
Ella, we love you so much, but why?
Yeah. I don't know. All right, next.
Isaiah.
This Christmas by Chris Brown.
I want to say 1.
I want to say 2.
I'll compromise with
Is
a
it
2.
bad for me to ask
know.
what is this Christmas by Chris Brown?
Ready? Hang all the mistletoe. I'm gonna get to know
Sing it.
better this
Christmas.
And
Okay, I click.
as we trim the tree.
Yeah, run. She's hustling right
Yeah,
now.
I'd say that's the
gonna
one.
be.
Yeah,
I'm the Christmas person to sing for you guys.
yeah. I'm really appreciative of
Spinach
it.
gonna have a fit later.
We're gonna put it at a 2 because I don't know. I feel like 6 is too low.
I feel like 6 is way too low.
So 2.
I think 2. I think 2
Okay.
is a good valid spot. Because
This-
there is one song that I really want to be number 1.
I have a song I want to be number 1 too, but I don't know if we're thinking of the same
I
one.
feel like I know what Gabby's gonna
No,
say.
we'll see.
Aiden Iver's song is Cool in the Cold from Club Penguin.
Can we make that sing?
Yes.
Club Penguin,
Immediately.
Cool in the Cold. Sorry, it didn't
Yeah.
go higher, but you know,
R.I.P.
we have some real judging to do.
Real. And R.I.P. Club Penguin. I still miss
This
you.
next one is number
Um,
1.
I'll be home for
Quiz
Christmas.
wise.
Camila Cabello.
It's got to be number 1.
No.
It's gotta be
No.
number 1.
I am staring at number 1 option that hasn't been mentioned yet, and it's
I
only one
know,
of 2 songs I know on this
I
list.
know.
Can I tell you?
Can we at
that
least
I-
give it 7?
Oh my God.
I'm gonna
I
be
would give
so
it number 1.
offended.
I want to give it number 1 just because of the meme. But otherwise, I don't like her version of I'll Be Home for
I'm
Christmas.
gonna put it at 10. So
Do it.
fervently bad. Like
Okay. Well, we don't have what's our 10th song then? Because I don't see it.
What's the-
Huh?
We only have 9 songs.
No, we have 10.
Where
We have
is
10.
his 10th song?
we'll get to
What
it.
are you
Well,
looking
there's-
at?
Spots, and
There's
there's
3
3 songs. so-
Yeah.
What?
Math.
1, 2,
So-
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Camila
Somebody added something.
No.
There was not 10. I counted 9 like 3 times.
Camila Cabello.
10.
7 or 10? 10? Me and Emo are saying 10.
Let's just make it 10.
And okay, I also just do not know
Hey.
this next one.
Well, I do.
Do you want to sing it? Do you?
No.
Okay. Would we know it?
We need no.
I don't know.
Okay.
this
No,
one.
no, but we need some
Alex, this is
Hanukkah
Alex's,
representation.
this is Alex's favorite song, by the way. It's Candlelight by the Maccabees.
Cute.
Love the Maccabees.
I would.
Adorable.
I don't know it. Can you sing it for me?
No.
Well, then how am I supposed to know it?
well,
I'm gonna make it
by
number 9.
default. You can't.
Well, I don't
9
know
is taken.
Oh,
Okay.
well, I'm about to make it
How
number
about-
8.
Let's
7.
7.
7 is open. Oh no, I won't argue
let's
for number
seven.
1 because number 1 we haven't mentioned yet.
10. We mention it. I want to say Laris, and then we duke out which one gets 1 and which one gets 7.
Well, I think how good is this song?
I don't know.
Not enough to
either.
beat the other one.
Okay, so then we're just gonna make it number 7.
Yeah.
Because we can't change
No,
our
I'm
answers.
agreeing with that.
We cannot change our answers,
We're
guys.
not.
So our default number 1 spot is Lara's pick, "Last Christmas" by Wham.
It's not default.
It's not okay.
This was
I
I
not
think
deserve
that's
it.
deserving.
Default.
strategically.
Have to put
It's
it there.
default because if I could change my answers, I'd make it this Christmas.
Yes,
Uh,
I agree.
or mistletoe, or underneath the tree. But
But I also don't
Um,
know any of these
Last
songs.
Christmas is a classic. Everybody knows it. It's a good one. It's a goodie. We'll make it number 1. Do we want to go over everything once again so everybody knows the final list?
Of course. So at number 1, we have Lara's pick, "Last Christmas" by Wham. Number 2, we have Isaiah's pick, "This Christmas" by Chris Brown. Number 3, we have Gabby's song, "Mistletoe," Justin
Woo, woo.
Bieber. Number 4, we have mine, "Underneath the Tree," Kelly Clarkson. Number 5, Annabella's song, "You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch" by the Misfits. Number 6, Aiden Iver's "Cool in the Cold" by Club Penguin. Number 7, Alex, Candlelight by the Maccabeats. Number 8, Ella, That's Christmas to Me by Pentatonics. Number 9, Tanner, Father Christmas by the Kinks. And number 10, I'll Be Home for Quizmois.
Quizmois
by Camila.
I like how there's not even somebody who suggested that. It just appeared on the list.
That's me and Laura.
Okay.
It emerged.
I just want to know why her version's so bad.
I really want to know. She's very talented.
Good song. The way she does it's not good. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Camila. I just can't stand by it.
I am glad that she recognizes it too, because the TikTok memes are really, really funny.
It's so
Mhm.
funny.
Quizmois.
So
I don't know that song, by the way. I only know. No, I don't know her version of it. I only know you and Lara singing it.
No, I didn't know her version of it, but last night we played it on our way back from Wawa. Wawa.
Not
And-
Quiznos. Quiz night. Quizmo.
are you
Quizmois.
Quizmois.
Lara unmuted
Oh
herself.
no.
Hold on.
Quizmois.
Wait, do it
again.
Your fader wasn't on.
Oh. I'll be home for Quizmois.
Thank you.
I like took the fader a little bit, so it was like
I felt it.
Oh,
Giving her vibrato without actually having
God,
vibrato.
our
That's so-
multi-talented producer. I love her so much. So we're gonna move on, but we're still gonna be talking about music. Why? Because it's time for our favorite segment of the week. Tunes on Tuesday with the amazing evil music record.
Oh my god, I just looked.
Don't look,
Sorry,
don't
I
look,
didn't
don't
look.
look.
Okay. It's gone. It's gone.
What's happening?
Well, what's happening is Tunes on Tuesday this week is our weekly new music show curated by the music team. Our interviews with Northern New Jersey artist Joe Billy, interviewed by our Friday segment host Nicole Pissarro. Joe Billy speaks about the process behind releasing his latest album, Fissure, releasing 3 singles every week leading up to the album. His latest singles include him writing lyrics and then having his friends help in collaborative process, and describes Fissure as a reflection of his emotions, and all songs have to do with concepts of divisions and internal and external conflict. Music from Joe Billy, Rivals, Shan X, Karma, and more on Tunes on Tuesday, which airs at 6 p.m. on WMSC later today. And for the second half of my segment that Gabby spoiled for herself a little bit, I will be talking about the top songs in the adult alternative album chart according to iHeartRadio.com. We're going to get into the top 10 now. Number 10 this week, down 2 from last week, is Miles and Miles by the Heavy Heavy from their album Life and Life Only.
Big changes.
Number 9, up 1 from last week, the album of the same name is Weird Goodbyes by The National. Our only debut this week is a song called I'm Just a Clown by Charlie Crockett from an album A Man from Waco. That's our debut this week. I do not know this song.
Okay.
As I hesitate to say it.
I'm scared.
Number 7 this week, up 2 from last, is Stay Out of It by Michigander from his upcoming March EP. Number 6 in the same position from last week is Burning by the Yeah Yeah Yeahs from their album Burn It Down. Number 5 down 2 from last week. This is where I knew Gabby would be very sad. Down 2 from the album of the same name is Stick Season by Noah Kahan. And to rub salt in Gabby's wound, in the same position from last week, is Bad Habit by Steve Lacy from his album Gemini Rise.
Nice. It's still up there. Why?
Number
This
3,
woman is sobbing.
And I wrote this while Gabby was in the office with me, and I knew that this was going to happen, and I feel really bad because we are not huge fans of the number 4 of the week.
And she
But-
silently sobs in the corner.
But up 2 this week is Runaway to Mars by Talk, one of my personal favorites on the countdown. Number 2 this week, down 1 from the previous, is Snap by Rosalind. She's finally been dethroned after the last 3 or so weeks in the number 1 spot. And up 2 from last week, one of my favorites on this countdown as well, is Tonight by Phoenix from their album Alpha Zulu.
Woman.
Tell me how you're feeling right now. I need to know.
I'm feeling a large range of emotions right now.
Right.
Let's go through it.
Let's go through it. Unpack.
What the heck? I'm just a clown. By Charlie. Why is the song called I'm Just the Clown? Anyways.
What a name, Charlie
What a
Crockett.
name. Okay.
A man from Waco.
I just wanna say I'm proud of Michigander. I'm proud of the National. I'm proud of Talk. I'm proud of Phoenix.
You can't even speak.
The tears are real with this one. Why is Stick Season at 5, but Snap by Rosalind is still in the top 2? And why is that on my Stick Season?
That's the real question. Can we give this up? Like, can we
give it up? Give it up, please. I beg.
This is where I knew that would be the worst part of it. Is not only did Stick Season go down, but it's now below
Went to 4.
Bad Habit.
Went to 3. I'd be really upset, but like, so did Snap. Snap went down, so that's okay. But and they've been up there for a while. But why is Bad Habit above Stick Season and hasn't moved? By the way, not just above it, it has not moved.
I think
why has it not gone down?
This is at least the 3rd week where Bad Habit is in the number 4 position.
4th.
The week before it was number 5, and the week before that it was 4. So it's been the lowest it's got is 5 in the last like 5 weeks.
I'm so angry. I literally cannot be more angry. I'm going through like the 5 stages of grief right now.
Yes.
We're in anger right now.
I've just been looking at you and I'm just like, I've seen so many, just such a range of emotion. I'm very impressed.
I'm so angry.
I'm like sitting, I'm like, wow, you're a fascinating human being. I'm mad.
I'm so angry here on 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair.
You caught it.
I am livid.
You know, it's good. You know, to go into the second hour with such energy is so fitting.
I looked at the chat and Lara just called me an angry elf.
It's true.
I like lunge over the table.
Please don't do
that's what he does in Elf when he goes, he's an angry elf, and then
And I
whimsical elf.
I don't want to say it, but I haven't seen Elf in years. I don't know what you've illustrated.
I'm about to go through the 5 stages of grief
again.
All over again.
Or should I lie and say, should I lie?
Yes, the woman.
I've seen it yesterday.
Oh,
I'm watching it right now.
I'm actually watching it right now here on 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. Yeah.
Now that you've said it.
It's on. You know what else is on?
Wow.
The Messy Hour. And we need to start the Messy Hour.
I think we started it appropriately.
Very appropriately. But we gotta top it off with some news updates and some sports updates. So Ian, can you give me the news update?
I can. Oh, sorry. Got
it. Going through it.
Hi, my name is Ian Love, and you're listening to 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. In national news, Kirstie Alley, star of the hit show Cheers, sadly passed away on Monday evening. Alley had been recently diagnosed with cancer and was surrounded by friends and family as she passed. She was described as not just an incredible performer, but also an incredible mother, grandmother, and friend. Fans have taken to social media to share their gratitude towards Alley, as well as their respects towards the family during this time. In statewide news, Governor Phil Murphy is appointing the first ever transgender cabinet member in New Jersey history. On Monday, Murphy announced that he will appoint Allison Chris Myers as the acting chair of the New Jersey Civil Service Commission. This makes her the first ever transgender member of a New Jersey governor's cabinet in the history of the state. Myers will be taking over for Deidre Webster Cobb on an interim basis once Cobb retires on January 1st. In local news, the Montclair Town Council will be meeting today to discuss plans to potentially move forward with the Lackawanna Plaza. The December 6th meeting will be held to hold a vote within the council on whether or not to continue the redevelopment plans under the new owner, BDP Holdings. The Montclair Historic Preservation Commission is planning to hear a plan for the plaza during the meeting, and if it passes, the proposal would be set up to the Montclair Planning Board. The current weather is cloudy with a high of 56 and a low of 31, with humidity level of 79 and moderate air quality with a level of 66. There are rainy conditions expected around 11 a.m. and looking at the rest of the week. Tomorrow is supposed to continue this rainy cloud spell with a 50% chance of rain, but then Thursday brings partly sun, continuing into Friday with partly sun. Looks like the temperatures are going to be around the same this week with lows in the 30s, highs in the 50s. My name is Ian Love, and this has been your 8 a.m. news report.
Thank you so much. So since our beloved Ella Rising is, as I said before, down for the count, Gabby, would you like to give the girlies the sports update?
Yes, we're still doing women in sports, don't worry.
Of course.
Anyways, in sports, we have so much. For Monday Night Football, the Saints played the Buccaneers last night, with the Buccaneers winning 17-16. In World Cup news, Brazil had beat South Korea yesterday 4-1, and Croatia beat Japan 3-1 after coming ahead on penalty kicks. And England beat Senegal 3-0. Today at 10 a.m. will be Morocco versus Spain, and Portugal versus Switzerland will be at 2 p.m. As for NHL, the Capitals beat the Oilers last night 3-2, and the Coyotes lost to the Flames 3-2. And the Canucks versus the Canadiens, the Canucks won 7-6. For Montclair State sports, what crazy! Tomorrow, not today, tomorrow at 6 p.m. women's basketball will be playing against Willie P at Willie P. And at 8 o'clock tomorrow, men's basketball will be playing against Willie P at Willie P as well. So, I mean,
go Birds.
Go Birds.
It's just so wrong every time.
I know.
But
that's what I got for sports, though.
Sports.
Sports.
Thank you so much. The both of you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Now, we're going to get into our...
God!
What?
There's a picture of Lara as a baby.
I was...
Oh.
I was like, when can I make that joke?
No, wait. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I'm sorry. I just cut you off. I just
No, it's
I
okay.
scrolled down and I was like, it's Lara as a baby. She was so cute. There's a meme out there, and it's this little elf thing that is on strings, and it's flying around, and everybody calls it "You as a Baby."
Yeah.
And they gaslight people into being like, "Look at me,
Lara's
baby."
sharing screen
Lara's
right now for
sharing
the
screen
MetaMates.
Oh, it's
for
Lara
MetaMates.
as a baby.
If you're not
Yeah.
a MetaMate,
So that's
sorry,
Lara's the
you know what I
Cardi.
mean? And so I gaslighted Lara the other day, and I was like, "Look, it's you as a baby." And she's like, "What are you talking about? Stop gaslighting me." And I was like, "No, it was you as a baby. Taryn showed me it." Taryn is Lara's mom. I'm like, "Taryn showed me this video. It's you as a baby." And she's like, "No, stop gaslighting me." And I just kept saying it. So now every time we see something, she goes, "Look, it's me as a baby."
Honestly, I think it is her.
I think it looks exactly like her.
Oh my God.
She goes, "I was really small for a baby." I was like, "Yeah, you were a tiny little baby."
She's gonna murder us.
She's the one who put it in the script.
That's real. I love how she's sharing her life with us and sharing her baby photos with us.
So cute. Her as a baby.
You know.
So I've been gaslighting my roommate for the past week. And she just accept it.
It's Tuesday.
Tuesday.
So we're gonna get into our second favorite segment of the week. MSU Confessions. So please join us as we deep dive into the MSU Confession page on Instagram.
Sorry, I just read the first one.
And brief disclaimer before we get into this utter mess. These stories are not our personal experiences. These are stories from anonymous people who submitted them on an Instagram account called Montclair State Confessions. And we're just going to read them because, we got some interesting stuff going on campus all the time.
We do.
So this first one, we've heard of people letting the dogs out, but this person is not going to let his dogs out. So this person says, my boyfriend won't let me see his... Oh, I read this one. I saw this one. They posted it. My boyfriend won't let me see his feet. I know he'll see this, but hear me out, y'all. I don't have a foot fetish or anything, but it's been over a year and I've never seen this man's feet. And when I say never, I mean never. He sleeps with his socks on, takes his clean clothes into the bathroom to put on immediately after showering. The whole 9 yards. It's not that I want to see his feet, but sometimes a gal wants to shower with her mans and I can't because he won't let me see his toes. I hope I can say that because I did.
It's
but
too late now. Keep going.
I don't think they're nasty or anything, but because this man is cleaner than any man that I've ever met, 3 showers a day type clean. But I just want to see his toes. I'm not gonna say the rest of that, but I'm
I feel like
so
half of
laugh.
that could have been cut out, Lara.
It could have been cut out,
It's
but
okay, it's too late now. Keep going.
do you think? Okay, we're just gonna transition to commentary because
I
this
don't
is
know.
awful.
Part of me is like
We're walking a line all the
part of me-
time.
Okay, so part of me is so confused. Why are you so shook up about not seeing your man's feet? I don't know.
think it's weird though.
It's weird, but like, is
It
it
is
deliberate? How you put that together?
Really ugly dogs, and he don't want her to break up with him, or them to break. I don't know who it is. I don't want them to break. Maybe they don't want to be broken up with.
What do you think, Ian?
Is it like he's intentionally doing it? Like, do you think that she's ever brought it up to him, or do you think it's like this is just how he's always lived his life and he sees nothing wrong with it?
I feel like
Because like also I wear socks when I sleep. I never realized that that's like a weird thing.
what?
Yeah.
I do that.
I
Maybe
can't.
Once, like, that's just because I forget to take
Talk
off my
about
socks.
X in a blanket. Oh my god. Really? Like you do that deliberately. You gotta keep your toesy woesies warm.
Huh?
Don't you get hot when you sleep?
Not really.
I can't because I'm hot.
Yeah,
That's
that's what.
all your like the heat in your body like
Yes,
is contained in your feet.
you know what? To each their own, man. At least you know.
Maybe I'll try out not
Oh, I'm
letting the dogs out when I sleep.
Let us know how
I'm
it goes.
in the bed with a partner of some sorts. I will wear my socks because I don't want my toesies to get all up.
Sometimes though, I'll take them off in my sleep when I do get too hot.
Yeah,
'Cause
I
if
do that
get
too.
extremely cold, I'm gonna wear my socks. But regardless, I'm not someone to deliberately hide my feet.
I feel like he is hiding his feet because the way this starts is like my boyfriend won't let me. So I feel like
They've definitely talked about it.
Yeah. He probably has ugly feet, bro.
Or I do
They're like
have.
probably barking. They're probably like, "Whoa." You know?
Sounds a little too good. Oh my goodness. The dogs are out
I have a
today.
lot of practice to like
Why?
what?
I don't want to know
Because I
why.
love making fun of feet.
Gabby's a furry?
No.
Oh my god.
Confirmed. Write it down.
Write it down.
Tell everybody you know.
If you want.
I'm the reason why I'm like, haha, you go barking. They're
I
barking.
also have friends who are very passionate about their hatred for feet though. Like they just don't like how they look. They're just like not good extremities on the human body. So maybe it's that.
I don't like them, but like I need to breathe, Like I don't know. I feel like
we gotta live with them.
you gotta do what you gotta do.
Like a mutual respect kind of thing.
Mutual respect. Also, though, like no lie, when I take off my glasses, I can't see that far. So
you can't see.
I can't see the
Can you
feet.
see your own toesy woesies,
No,
as they say?
no, they're too far. I cannot. No,
Wow. So maybe you're the privileged one. You don't have
because I don't have to see.
anyone.
I pretend I do not see, but I don't have to pretend.
You don't have to pretend.
No,
But
I
it
do
is
not.
important because you don't know how
I
bad yours
can't
are
see.
barking.
That's true.
They're
Well, I
not.
mean,
Why you think they're
dogs are
barking?
Dogs would
No.
require a
You
sense of,
can't see them.
but that would require a sense of smell.
I was gonna say.
Like no, because I also qualify.
She's like,
when-
I can't smell with my glasses.
I'm saying, dog. Oh my gosh.
Dog.
Saying is like I qualify barking as well as if they're like ugly. Like barking is if
They
they
need a
smell
grooming.
or if they need a grooming.
Oh, mine are fine. They're fine.
How
I
would
just
you know? You
I
can't
don't
see them.
because I could
think
if
dog
I
is a
wanted
very
to.
well kept individual.
Thank
I
you.
believe it.
Thank you.
Look, you could be a well-kept individual and got some ugly dogs. I'm sorry.
But then that wouldn't make you well kept. That would make you.
No, because you
sneaky.
could just have naturally ugly dogs.
That's true.
Have you ever seen a crusty white dog? Them
But you know what? As they say, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and there, I'm sure is an individual out there
Kyle-
who would enjoy that. You know. We need to move. Okay.
No,
It's
read
kind of sad. I'm
read the
sorry.
title of it first.
Men. One man.
That's it.
That's the title. Okay, so this one's kind of sad. Okay, but also like you're dumb. I came to this school for a guy, and I feel like such an idiot. I really thought us being in the same place would spark something between us, and I'm realizing it's never going to happen. I'm
Mm.
starting to hate it here more and more, and I feel like no matter what I do, I'm never good enough. I had such high expectations, and I'm so disappointed with the way things have been turning out that I cry myself to sleep every night. I've been hanging by a thread, and I'm genuinely scared because I don't think I can do this much longer. I feel so alone. That was your first mistake.
I want to preface this. I hope this individual is listening. I strongly encourage caps, and that's not even a joke.
No, yeah, no.
This is very concerning.
Strongly encouraging. But also you did this to yourself.
Huh.
The first rule of picking a school is never pick the school because of your partner.
But
no.
Legally Blonde, Elle Woods.
No.
Sports come at hell.
Elle Woods went to Harvard for a guy and ended up slaying. So
that's because she's Elle Woods, not Elle Woods, dog. And she didn't end up with him. Just remember that. Spoiler, if you had never seen Legally Blonde, it's too late now. She did not end up with him, and we are not Harvard. Okay?
Some people
You do not go to a school for a guy. Also, she was okay because she was rich.
Dr.
She was just
Koppell went to Harvard. Or I think he worked.
yeah, so we are Harvard adjacent.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. And I'm it's first rule of hair maintenance.
Are we the gay cousin?
I would love to be.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
Harvard,
Go to a school for your partner. I'm sorry. It's the dumbest thing you could ever do. It's the first rule of hair maintenance. I cannot stay supporting you with that decision. You've done it though. You've done it. I'm so sorry that you've done it. That was dumb.
Yeah, like we don't obviously. We don't want this individual crying in their sleep.
Gay cousin, but chat.
Anyway.
It's fine. You know, like Gunkle.
No, I do not.
Gay uncle. No? Okay.
Am I the gay uncle?
Yeah.
Gunk, like why? Now those
Gay
are
uncle.
dogs that are barking.
Gunkle.
Gunk.
Gay cousin.
Enough.
Anyway, for this individual, I'm so sorry. You thought that couldn't happen.
My mom, wait, can I just say my mom texted me? She goes, when I was younger, I slept with you're a disgrace.
But
My-
does she still do it?
No, but when she was younger, she did. That's disgraceful.
So, but she has grown.
She grew
Unlike
up.
others.
Grow up, Ian.
Grow up!
No, I was voted most child at heart in my high school for superlatives, so I can't.
For the socks?
Anyways.
Yes, only because of the socks.
I feel like my quick little thing. I really strongly suggest maybe don't go to pick a school for your partner or
Number
to
one
chase,
rule of hair maintenance.
chase a lover. Don't do that.
If
mean,
you
Don't
I
chase
won't
anyone
go.
like that.
if you
Okay,
are
yeah.
going to do it, but make sure it's one that you also wanted to go to in the first place.
Truth.
Real.
If it ends up that you go there, it's fine. But do
Mhm.
not pick it because of your partner.
Exactly.
That
That's
should not be your number one reason you're going there.
Or if you're gonna pick it because of, I guess in this case, hold on, hear me out. In this case, it's because of somebody that the poster was not in a relationship with, that they wanted to spark something with. If you're in a relationship with a partner and you both want to go to the same school, that's something you could do. Just make sure it's like a shared talk. That's what my brother did.
Did
My
it work
brother's
out?
engaged.
Good for your brother. But
Wow.
not everybody gets that. Not everybody gets that.
It depends on the situation.
It's the only
for
reason
sure.
I say no, and the big reason I say no is because then if it doesn't work out,
You're stuck.
you're stuck at this
Well-
school.
Well,
And I've seen that happen to people.
yeah,
I have literally seen it happen to people I went to high school with.
What do you
It
think?
depends too, though, because some schools are really big. Like you'll never run into that person.
Sure.
Like there's some people at this school that I would rather not run into, and I would say I haven't in a minute, which is kind of cool. But like as long as you like the school you're going to, then maybe it'll
That's
be
the
fine.
thing.
Because then even if you
Yeah.
have to like no longer associate with that person, you could very well never run into them. If, however, you're going to the same place for someone else and you're in like the same department, you will never get rid of that person.
That's not even why I say it, because you're picking a place because of a person, which means you don't care about the place, like whatever. And then if you and that person end, you're at that place that you didn't care about.
No, you have, no matter what, number one, you have to go where you need to go for your education.
I think literally everything that y'all have said is like so true, because at the end of the day, one, college is money, and when you're investing into your education, it has to be for you and not for somebody else. At the end of the day, like if love will be, it will be.
I keep getting updates from my mom. She's like, my feet were cold.
Because here's the thing, like if that can be a reason that you might want to go to school is because of somebody, but don't let that be your only reason for going to a school.
Yes, exactly.
There should be a lot of things that convince you to go to a school. And I'm not saying that
love should not be the driving
force. It can be a force, like that can be a deciding factor, like between two different schools, but don't let that be the only thing that pushes you to go to a school.
So true.
Truth.
Wise words from Ian Love, talking about love.
I still stand by the first rule of hair maintenance.
And it's not wrong. But on that note, we're going to take the shortest break ever, and then we got to get into some entertainment news. So keep hanging out with us, and we'll be back super soon.
You're tuned into
Hi, we're back, and we are getting into some entertainment news. So, super excited. Our first story is that Dolly Parton, the icon, legend, and star, is to cover Prince Rolling Stones on a rock album. So Dolly Parton has revealed a few more details about her upcoming rock album, which she decided to make after being introduced into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame earlier this year. She previously said that former Journey singer Steve Perry would be heard on the LP, and she was aiming to have Robert Plant and Jimmy Page guest on a new cover of Led Zeppelin classic Stairway to Heaven. In a recent appearance on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, she unveiled the record's title and said it would also include songs by Prince, the Rolling Stones, and
Leonard Skinner.
Thank you so much. Along with some original pieces. I had no idea she was coming out with a rock album. Did y'all know about that?
No, but she can do whatever she wants.
Because she's amazing. She's Dolly Parton.
She's Dolly Parton. She can run this whole world, this whole country.
I know some people are rock fans. Are you a rock fan?
Generally,
You're a rock fan.
I like rock.
Do you like The Rock?
I'm
The Rock.
like
I
more-
love.
Dwayne though.
The Rock.
I know.
Johnson.
Dwayne.
I do like The Rock.
Yeah.
I'm more like alternative punk,
Got
but
you.
I'm not
Fair.
against rock.
Fair.
I listen to alternative rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like WMSC
All
does.
rock.
Yeah, maybe that's
So
why
true.
I do the music
Where
takes.
music stays cool.
Cooler than a dog on a skateboard.
More barking on the Tuesday bus.
Dogs are out on the
You can't
But-
see under the desk, but the dogs are out.
You can't see. But I don't know. It smells like corn chips in here with all the dogs out. Oh my god. But what are you gonna say?
I don't know. I would say that in terms of classic rock, I am not very knowledgeable. However, like it's mostly like modern alternative rock
Fair.
is my scene. But I appreciate Dolly Parton.
Oh, I
Oh,
love
yeah.
it.
Very much so.
Whatever she wants, and I
You-
think she will rock.
Yes.
rock
get
the
it.
Rolling Stones, please.
I get it because
promise.
rock and roll.
LOL. That's not why I was making
Yeah.
a pun, but I guess it worked out. So yeah,
It did.
yeah, I totally meant to say that.
Working 9 to 5. Anyway,
What a way to make a live.
What are your
Finish on going
thoughts?
Rock
crazy.
noises.
on Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt does not rock.
Oh, such a fast thing.
I thought you were going to ask, what is your thoughts on like Dolly Parton? No, Chris Pratt.
Even Chris Pratt. My thoughts
Not
on Chris
Chris
Pratt is that he
Pratt.
needs to stop playing characters.
I kind of like Chris Pratt. I'm not gonna lie. I try and stay far. I try and stay away from a lot of the discourse online. Maybe I don't like him as Mario. Here's the thing. I think of Chris
Why
Pratt.
I asked
and
is
I
because
think
we're
of-
talking about Mario, by the way, listener.
I think of Chris Pratt, and I think of Star-Lord and Star-Lord alone. So
Her, yeah,
that's
no,
all I
okay.
will think of.
I
That's
feel
true.
like Chris Pratt, I love him in Guardians of the Galaxy. But otherwise, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't
Twitter's
know
The Lego movie.
Oh,
I don't know
Lego
why
movie.
he's playing
oh,
Mario.
bonk.
But Twitter is on fire about it.
Yes. You know, Universal's upcoming Super Mario Bros. Super jumped to the top of Variety's trending movies chart for the week of November 29th to December 5th, earning more than 132,000 engagements on Twitter. The film hits theaters April 7th next year, but has been stirring up controversy and excitement online for months, mainly for the nostalgic play, but also because Chris Pratt voices the title character, a casting that hasn't sat well with everyone in the industry. In fact, the whole casting of that movie is kind of odd. This past week took the film took over Twitter conversations, and thanks to second trailer drop on November 29th, which introduced Anya Taylor-Joy as Princess Peach, which I love, Charlie Day as Luigi, Jack Black as Bowser, and Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong. The main topic of the conversation, though, continued to be whether Pratt was the right choice to voice Mario, a debut only fueled by how few words the character has said over the first two trailers drops to date. Do you guys think Chris Pratt was the right or wrong choice to voice Mario? I think wrong.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Are they in the wrong?
Wrong.
Yes.
Reddit votes yes.
I don't know. Me personally, I'm not the two words that we've heard him say in like the teaser trailers, I wasn't hating it. I don't think it was bad. I think
I
it
I
was
think it could have been better, but
it
like
could have been better.
I don't think it's something that it's gonna, top movie charts,
Do you think they should have casted someone with like an Italian
Yes.
accent? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Chris Pratt is such your trying to think of a way to word this.
He's
A
just a
basic white man.
yeah, I was gonna say that.
And he's got no spice, no sauce to him. And how is he supposed to be Italian without the sauce?
Yeah.
Yep, Mario. I think I should voice more.
Honestly, you do better than Chris Pratt. I think
Truth.
I want to give it a chance because I genuinely think this could actually be a really funny movie.
Give Chris Pratt a chance.
I want to give him a chance. Please help him.
So funny to me.
And I think the rest of the cast, being Jack Black, Seth Rogen,
I love Jack Black,
Anya Taylor-Joy, like I definitely feel like the rest of the cast will offset the fact that Chris Pratt
I'm gonna say
maybe isn't the best choice.
I'm gonna say something,
please.
I feel like this is one of those movies where they have a lot of big names in it just to say that they have big names in it.
But here's the thing. They're big names that I trust. In a situation like this, like here's the thing. Seth Rogen, I'm not a big Seth Rogen fan, but as Donkey Kong, I look at that and I say, yeah, that makes sense. Also, Jack Black can do no wrong, as we know.
No, that is the true.
And as Bowser.
You don't think Jack Black as?
No, I think some of it's like okay. Okay. You know that movie, the Don't Look Up?
I never watched it.
Exactly. It's a movie that stars Leonardo DiCaprio, Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh yes, I saw
Timothée
that.
Chalamet, I think's in it. All these big names, and the movie was awful.
That's really unfortunate because I thought the trailers
Liam
were
was
okay.
literally the main character, and so was Jennifer Lawrence. Like they were the main characters, and I trust them with my life.
That is a weird pairing, though.
And they weren't even a weird pairing. The movie was just not good. And I feel like it worries me.
It worries you.
But here's the thing.
She's worried.
I'm very worried. Very, very worried.
I could see for something like Don't Look Up why they need the appeal of a lot of actors. But this is Mario. Whether they got big names or people that weren't much well known, they still would have pulled in a large audience because it's Mario. So they didn't need to get big names. So I have a feeling that they weren't specifically looking for the biggest names possible. They were looking for big names, but ones that could do it.
It's going to be watched. Everybody's going to see it. I know. But is it going to be good?
That we shall see.
A toss up. I
don't know, because they all have like a little voice to them, and I feel like none of those voices match the voices.
But Jack Black is Bowser.
I know, I love Jack Black. I feel like Jack Black's probably the best casting choice. Otherwise,
real. And also, I think, have you ever seen one of the animated original like Mario movies? They are awful. So I think if we're comparing it to them, this will be so much better.
Yeah,
the animation style is beautiful.
I think,
and the voices are like slightly better. But I do understand where you're coming from.
Jack Black's the only one that makes sense in this whole thing.
Real.
I know we
proof.
Seth Rogen, like, okay, I feel like they have to, like, their voice has to match the character. And like, I love Seth Rogen. I do. I love Seth Rogen. I love him so much. He was my wallpaper at one point. Like, I can't even lie to you.
Interesting. Super fan.
Not a super fan. I just
guy.
I just
But you know what?
Donkey Kong.
They could have gone, honestly, I am kind of glad they didn't, because he's in too many movies. They very easily could have gone with The Rock for Donkey Kong, which would have been on brand.
No.
The Rock, or like John Cena for Donkey Kong.
John Cena would have been the one.
That would have been hilarious.
That would have been the one.
I think I do like that.
I like that a lot. I love Anya Taylor-Joy, but
why?
I don't. I feel like Princess Peach is a very bubbly kind of personality and like kind of ditzy, and she's just not that.
I think she has the aesthetic of Princess Peach, but the potential acting, I'm not quite sure. I think she could very well. I'm thinking of another actor I can't think of right now. What?
Also, keep in mind the live action Mario movie that was not good.
She's so I'm sorry. There's like, she's like, you guys bring up the Mario movie too much. I can't do it anymore.
So true.
It's true.
So true.
She told us that we need to get hobbies.
That's so real. We're gonna take the shortest break of our lives to collect
We talk
ourselves.
about the Mario movie so
It is
much.
a national crisis, in my opinion.
Crisis.
But while we debate this, we'll be
While we
back.
go on an existential break.
To elevator music. We,
That's some really good elevator music.
That was really good elevator music. We've fully collected ourselves.
We're having the time of our lives.
Honestly, this is incredible. But we're now gonna get into some Cricky, not like the other girls' stories.
This is not real. I'm sorry. There's no way
Gabby,
this
just
is
take it
real.
away. I'm not even gonna intro it.
So, an alternate World Cup pits camels against each other in Qatar's beauty contest. There's no way this is real. That sentence just felt unreal. I never thought I would say that sentence in my entire life. Camels batted their eyelashes and flashed their toothy smiles for the television cameras at the Zion World Cup. So weird. This is a pageant held in Qatari desert about 15 miles or 25 kilometers away from Doha and soccer's World Cup. The event, which was designed to bring cultural awareness to World Cup visitors, was sponsored by the Ministry of Sports and Youth. This is in conjunction with the Supreme Committee for Delivery and Legacy, the local World Cup organizing committee. There were 15 camels who competed for the crown, paraded by fans while wearing bejeweled collars and draped with strings of gemstones. I have to look at these pictures. I can't believe this is a thing.
I'm gonna look it up right now. Jinx?
Where are the pictures? Oh, there's a video.
I think this is really cute. It's like a little dog show.
But camels. That's how you know we're in a different part of the world.
Real. So real.
Camels are so cute.
The one thing about Americans, we rave over dogs and dog breeds. And we have dog shows.
We should start
cat shows.
We should start invest.
Oh,
I would watch cat bowl. I'd watch that. Kitten bowl.
Oh,
they're
the dog bowl halftime show.
Are they really?
Is
Why are
cats?
they
Yeah,
the
there's
halftime
a
show?
kitten
That
bowl.
just proves that America is a dog country, and that makes me so angry.
The dogs are out in America.
Dogs, because apparently we don't like cats enough to give them their own show.
Real.
Nothing's working.
Dogs are out in the
Give
USA.
the cats a show. Give the cats a show. I love
Hey.
cats. Wait, but these camels are adorable. I
Me too.
love camels.
Can you share screen with our metamate?
Can I share screen? I don't know. Am I able to share screen? I do not have abilities to share screen.
Oh,
You can share screen though.
Let me
It's
see.
in the script that we have.
I see.
Oh, my
I was
stomach
gonna
just
look it up.
growled. It went. "Rawr."
Okay, metamates. This
Um,
is what the camels look like. I'm gonna show you if I can find.
Show us the camels.
They're
Show
beautiful.
camels.
They're beautiful.
They're
Okay.
so cute.
This is out of BBC World News.
the babasa.
The BBC. Can we see this? Are we seeing it?
Yes.
This is what's being seen.
For those who are not on
The
Facebook,
the Facebook. We couldn't think of the name. If you're not on Facebook, we're literally just looking at camels right now
they're
because
just camels.
they're beautiful. They're
They're so
marching
cute.
throughout the desert, and
I wish I
they're-
could say there's something fancy about them. They're just camels.
They're just camels. They're not really adorned with anything. I was expecting. Well,
I was expecting like big like things on them.
yeah, but I think the most adornment is like the drapery that goes over like where the saddle is.
Yeah, but then they're sitting on it because they're riding the camel,
yeah.
and you can't see the
I'm
drapery.
gonna stop sharing. But yeah, I think this is fun, and I think the U.S. should definitely adopt more pet shows. Hi.
I think they should too. Sorry. I think they should adopt more pet shows. I think we should adopt more pet shows.
If
Like
you
I said,
could
I'm
have
all for
one,
the cats.
You're a cat person. I
love
think
cats.
like gerbils or hamsters or something would be really fun.
A hamster.
Yeah.
show.
If you could have like a animal show, what animal would you pick?
Bunnies,
Bunnies.
skunks,
Emo.
I don't know.
You don't know.
I just love dogs.
Real. You're saying
Yeah.
a dog show person.
I'm a
You
dog
want the
person.
definition of America?
Oh, please no. Please no. I'd like to think I'm better than that, Gabby.
born and bred patriot.
Ugh. It's not the dog.
What animal
Drive
would you
40.
want to see in a show? Are you a dog show person as well?
I'm a cat guy, but like I
Her.
think what would be literally, but I think what
Oh my
That's what I say, and it just ended up working.
I think what I want to choose an animal that would like I want to choose something that would be fun to watch the process of trying to get them ready.
I'm sorry.
Like something like crocodiles, like a crocodile beauty show. Like I don't care as much about the show. I want to see the process of getting the crocodiles
so
ready
lit, though.
for the beauty show.
Just it's literally crocodile wrestling.
Exactly.
But then afterwards they're wearing pretty dresses.
Exactly.
Get a chinchilla
Ooh.
show. Hear me out.
Ooh,
They do the dust baths on air. The most satisfying dust bath.
Yeah.
cute Kyle.
They just cute Kyle.
He loves them.
They're
loves
He
so
loves them
cute.
so much. He'll
I
send me.
spent like
dust bath.
He'll
Kyle
send
takes
me-
a sparkly dust bath.
Kyle,
You know he does.
Kyle
Kyle's Demon's
participates
boyfriend,
in
by the
a.
way.
Hi, Kyle. He participates in the
In-
dust bath.
The dust bowl.
No,
if
the
you
dust
will.
bowl. He's typing right now.
Don't make fun of such tragedy.
The Dust Bowl beauty pageant. You're saying that that's a thing?
This is that was a tragedy. And you
Not the
just
dust
made fun of it. What hair? You're canceled. Apology video right now.
You don't
That was the dust bowl.
They're not here.
You don't know what they are. apology video right now.
Dusty. And I apologize.
No, I want tears.
Dusted.
I want
Yeah.
violin.
Sorry. But
See, Kyle's sending
to move on,
Tears. There was no tears in that apology.
because there's too much dust.
What are you saying?
You're done. Apology video right now.
I am so sorry for the things that I have
I
done.
want tears.
I'm crying. I'm sobbing.
Okay, but here's the
Remember-
thing. The Dust Bowl was in 1930. There's a high possibility that somebody who was born around that time is still alive.
I'm
And listening to
Grandma,
WMSC.
Grandmama, I apologize.
Thank you.
Wherever you are.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
You know who else needs to apologize?
I don't know. Who?
TGI Fridays.
Yeah.
Why? Because their mozzarella sticks, they were sued because they're not containing mozzarella.
You're kidding me.
Just
Harpin
cheddar.
broke so many times.
They can't do this to us.
But they can,
Ah.
apparently.
And apparently a judge agreed to let TGI Fridays off the hook for this
That's awful.
travesty. So,
Evil.
a lawsuit claims that a TGI Fridays branded mozzarella stick snack is misleading because it contains no mozzarella cheese, but also ruled the lawsuit can proceed against the food's manufacturer. The lawsuit was filed in federal court in 2021 by Amy Joseph against TGI Fridays and snack manufacturer Inventure Foods over the snack product TGI Fridays mozzarella stick snacks. Joseph claims the product is misbranded and misleads consumers into believing it contains mozzarella cheese when it in fact only contains cheddar. A travesty.
Cheddar.
Federal Judge Robert Dow Jr., not to be confused with Robert
Downey Jr. is the judge? He can do anything, I guess.
Robert Dow Jr. denied motions from both defendants to dismiss the case this week, but granted TGI Fridays' motion to be removed as a defendant in the case because he found the restaurant's chain's only role in the product was as a licensor. Interesting. The lawsuits that we file in this country.
I
are
was just gonna say,
Please.
I feel like I always make fun of these people who like sue for stupid things, but I know full well that I would be that person to sue for such a stupid thing.
Being a lawyer is so expensive.
I know, but like if I had the money, we all know well that I would be like, this is cheddar cheese, not mozzarella. I'm suing. I would be that person.
You'd
Just
be a
for funsies.
Karen.
For funsies. No,
for funsies. Do you think when
and hopefully win.
yeah, like
For
let's say
funsies.
if you won, do you think other than the fact that the mozzarella sticks may contain mozzarella now, you think you'll get paid or something
I'd better get paid.
I think
for
so,
like
yeah.
fixing the world's
The
problems?
world
Emotional
better
damage.
pay me.
Yeah, emotional damage.
The world better
That's a lot.
give me
Better-
my money.
Yeah, better give you your cheddar.
Have my money.
No,
Have
they got to give you the mozzarella.
The
That's the whole
mozzarella
point of
cheddar.
this.
Yeah,
with
there's
the
too much
fresh
cheddar.
The mozzarella, or as
Not
the
enough
Italians
cheddar,
say.
apparently.
Not enough cheddar.
I'm not getting enough cheddar, but they don't got enough mozzarella, so we got a
That's
little
real.
like problem.
They
there.
got too much cheddar. They
They
should
can
give some
me
to
the
you.
cheddar.
Yeah.
Exactly. Give me the cheddar. I give you the mozz. Good.
My thought on this is to be such a mozzarella stick / cheese connoisseur
Mm-hmm.
to immediately notice.
I think they might have like looked at the
If
ingredients.
we're being honest, cheddar and mozzarella have very drastically different
Taste.
flavors.
Yeah, they don't taste the same.
And
at all.
looks like I feel like you should be able to look at it and
Get
say
the same cheese pull either.
No, I mean you could if you tried hard enough.
Yeah, but like mozzarella is so effortless.
Yeah, mozzarella just kind of does it.
It just does it. So I mean,
Can I do a quick announcement on here?
yes, please.
So if you were listening to the Morning Buzz yesterday, you heard the argument about if The Grinch is by the one with Jim Carrey is a bad or a good movie, and Victor, our lovely Victor, posted something about if, and everybody got to vote if it was a good or a bad movie.
Okay.
I'm sorry, this is completely off topic, but I
No,
saw it
okay.
and I felt like we
can't
needed to
talk about mozzarella sticks for
update it our listeners. And the results are in. The votes are in on if The Grinch is with Jim Carrey is a bad or a good movie.
and this is a poll amongst WMSC people.
This is a poll from Instagram.
Okay.
Victor posted this on his Instagram. WMSC reposted it. I would know because I did it.
This is a poll from the people.
This is a poll for the people. The results are in. Is Jim Carrey's Grinch a bad movie?
A fake drum roll because I'm not close to the B-board. I'm not gonna find it.
Okay, Chewbacca.
The results are in. The Jim Carrey Grinch is not a bad movie. 82% of people voted that. And so 82% of people voted that it's not a bad movie, and 18% voted that it is a bad movie. So that 18% of people, you were wrong.
Can I pose a question? Do any of you think it's a bad movie?
No, it's one of my favorite movies.
Oh, why
I
would
didn't think so.
What about the arguments here?
Some people said it was scary.
Okay.
That doesn't make it
Some
bad.
people said it was like creepy. The Who's are like scary.
Once again, does
that's
not make it bad.
I said what I say
What do you say?
is when I was little, I was terrified of that Grinch.
I was too.
But then I grew up.
That's kind of the whole point of the Grinch, is that kids are supposed to fear the Grinch.
Yeah.
I saw a post on Facebook where somebody's like, I saw this person online who was for $50. They said, hire me. I can be a Grinch to your kids. And they expected this person to come over, be all sweet, talk to the kids, like eat the food they set out for them. No, you know what they did? They came in, threw the food everywhere, dumped out all like the juice and like
Oh my
trashed the
gosh.
house. But to be fair, it's the
The Grinch.
Grinch. What did you expect?
Real.
I guess they thought they were hiring the Grinch from the end of the movie, not the beginning of the movie.
Mhm.
Or the animated film version, because that Grinch is not nearly as horrifying
No.
at all.
Jim Carrey's Grinch is fire though. But also I
So
love
good.
horror movies. Like
Oh,
that's
yeah.
like my vibe.
Grinch, the horror movie.
It's already a horror movie. They don't need
They're turning it into a horror movie, actually.
No,
So-
they're not.
Yes, they are. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's coming out this year or next year.
That's awful. That's the equivalent of them making the Winnie the Pooh.
They're also making a Bambi one.
Bambi.
But the Bambi one is so stupid because they're turning Bambi into the killer instead of making it like the hunter.
No,
What?
because Bambi is getting Bambi's revenge.
That's like literally every single media horror movie these days is.
well, you know what?
Well,
It's
your
also gonna
favorite
be-
childhood character is getting revenge. It's so boring.
He is being so controversial this morning.
I have very hot takes on.
love it.
I'm very passionate about horror
I'm
movies.
living-
Agree
I am
with you,
too.
though. Like I think it's
I am
just
too.
it's very just tired and bored like ideas that are coming out of that genre as of late.
Truth.
I'm bored.
Like let's get like new, you know.
let's get new.
Let's
Oh, yeah.
not let's be a little original.
I had a
please.
thought and I can't
The
think
same
of what
people
I
who
was gonna say.
made-
Oh, I wanted to tell a story about the Grinch. When I was like 5 years old, I went to a Blockbuster with my mom, and it was when the Grinch was coming out.
Mhm.
And there was a cardboard cutout of him, like life size, same height as Jim Carrey, and I
Mhm.
was running up and down the halls of this Blockbuster, and I didn't know what I would encounter when I ran to the end of the aisle, and I just like look at it, and I look all the way up, and I make eye contact with the Grinch, and I died. I can't say what happened on air, but
I can guess.
it was not fun, and I went crying to my mommy. So I understand why.
When I was little, I thought the Grinch was hiding in my closet, so I'd have to make sure my closet door was shut every night.
horrifying. Oh my-
Scary.
Both
Um,
grow.
Yes.
Sorry, I just
Grow and we glow.
I'm paying attention also, but
Like, but
I looked up the details on the Grinch horror movie.
okay.
It comes out this week. It comes out on the 9th. It's called The Mean One, and it stars David Howard. It stars David Howard Thornton as the Grinch. Now, you might not listeners,
is
that
not
might not
real.
be something, a name that you recognize, but if you know the movie Terrifier or the sequel Terrifier 2 with Art the Clown, it's like been on TikTok recently because the sequel just came out. Art the
This-
Clown is playing the Grinch in this movie.
Oh my god.
This is real, guys.
Yeah,
I'm on
it's called The
Google right
Mean
now.
One. And it's by the same people who are making the Winnie the Pooh one.
This is.
Wow.
Oh, a trailer got released. Hold on.
I feel like
I was
feel
gonna
like
ask if it was by the same people as the Winnie the Pooh one.
It is.
I'm,
They also made the Banana Splits movie.
Amazing.
I'm curious as
So
to
diverse.
why they needed to be. I'm curious as to why they needed to make a Grinch horror movie because the Grinch is already a horror movie for kids.
But that's the thing. I feel like the Grinch itself is very scary, and like,
He's very scary.
here's the thing. I'll be watching. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll watch it, but it probably won't really do much for me.
Interesting. I don't understand how or why it is necessary to make our childhood films into horror movies. It's such a tired thing to do.
I don't know. Like I said, let's
Ian,
get some original thoughts in here.
Ian, you're dejected over there.
Sorry, because I'm silently watching the trailer right now, and it's not a retelling of the Grinch story, but through a horror lens. It's like, this takes place 20 years later. Whoville is no longer. Now it's just a normal everyday town, but the Grinch still lives there. That's boring.
So 20 years only for that tiny little town?
Like Whoville, it's just like your normal rural suburban town now, which is boring.
Are the people like?
Yeah, they're like human. Like, it literally just looks like it looks like any normal horror movie, except the Grinch is there.
Such a continuity error if I've ever heard of it. Because you know what? I don't understand how those people with the long schnozzes evolved in 20 years and got tall. That's not right.
It's coming out in theaters.
They were small because you ever hear
Cindy Lou Who was small because she was a kid.
Horton.
It's called.
It's
called Newville.
But that's because they're
called
regular.
what?
They turned Whoville into Newville.
Christ almighty.
I think we just need to not because
Sorry, I went on a big tangent.
I'm just. Anyways, moving on. That is like goblin mode right there.
Oh God.
I don't even know what that means, but apparently this is Oxford.
Does. Goblin.
She was in goblin mode constantly. But apparently this is the Oxford Word of the Year 2022, and it's revealed as goblin mode. So the first Oxford Word of the Year to be chosen by public vote has been announced, and the winning word, goblin mode, is a slang term describing, quote, unapologetically self-indulgent, lazy, slovenly, or greedy behavior. And quote,
that's not very much layer at all.
It was one of the 3 potential choices selected by Oxford lexicographers. Thousands managed to drag themselves out of goblin mode to vote, as the praise won by a landslide with 318,956 votes, making up 93% of the total. So what does goblin mode mean? The term started appearing online in 2009, but went viral earlier this year over a fictitious headline scandal involving actress and model Julia Fox, as well as a popular Reddit post describing someone who has been acting like a goblin. It prompted a campaign for its selection, with PC Gamer magazine asking readers to, quote, put aside our petty differences and vote for goblin mode over metaverse as the Oxford Word of the Year, end quote, because goblin mode rules. It's perhaps hard to agree with that logic when many of us can feel a little goblin-like occasionally, especially our producer, Lara.
So real.
She's a gremlin, but it's like the same concept.
They're
goblin,
cousins.
gremlin. They're brothers.
They're brothers.
And Lara is brothers with a goblin, apparently, even though she's an only child.
I really appreciate the fact that people literally voted for this for the bit.
They went, yes, I love it.
They committed to the bit, and I respect that.
93% of the total.
Yes, because then if
Goblin
metaverse-
mode.
They went
metaverse
goblin.
won, then that means Mark Zuckerberg wins, and
And we don't want that.
I don't want it.
I don't want it. I want goblin mode.
I want goblin mode too.
Oh,
Are we allowed to say that we don't want Mark Zuckerberg to win?
I want goblin mode.
Yeah, too bad.
Goblins.
yes,
Goblin.
I remember
goblins over Zuckerberg.
one of the first times I saw it used properly was like a snapshot. Oh, I don't know why I said a snapshot. Ooh, a screenshot.
Snap.
A screenshot of like a text conversation between a mom and her daughter, and she's like, can you please help me? Your brother just said he's gonna go goblin mode, and then he ran into his room. What does this mean? And daughter just responds, run.
No, that cracked me up for the whole night because I was like, oh, why is this happening? And I know all 318,000 of these people are in middle school and high school.
No, here's the
They
thing.
have to be.
I'm so excited.
Gamers who go goblin mode.
That's my PC gamer friends if they voted for this.
I'm so excited for when my parents learn the term goblin mode. Me and my brother tried and teach my parents all the new phrases. My mom just recently picked up on slay, so she's using that now. Like I post
Serving.
What's your
I'm
mom's
trying.
name?
My mom's name is Mary.
Mary.
Hi, Mary.
She might be listening right now through Facebook. Sometimes she'll listen. But the thing, like, because I recently posted pictures from our photo shoot for the show I'm in right now, and she's like, she reposted them. She's like, "You're slaying, partner." I'm like, "Thanks, mom." She also
On the serving.
Oh yeah. The other day she also said bet properly, and I'm like, please, I hate that.
No.
She's like, do you want to get lunch in between your shows on Saturday? I'm like, sure. And she's like, okay, bet. And I'm like, mom.
I am proud, Mary.
I just had to text our music director, Jared Tauber. We were texting and I said, dude, I need to not say bet anymore because all I do is say bet. And he suggested I replace it with poggers. So I said it the other day and he didn't say anything and I'm kind of disappointed.
Oh, no.
But I use it in a serious sense. He suggested affirmative as well.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
So like so patriotic.
Yes. America.
You are America.
I say purr a lot in place of bet, and I need to stop doing that.
I
feel like
I say
I love when I get that from you, Gab.
I go purr and they snap after it. I
literally,
don't know how to stop.
I say 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair a lot.
Do that every hour on the hour.
I think so.
I
But
think-
unfortunately, we're at 9 o'clock, so our hours
You know what that
are done. You know
That means
what
we go goblin mode.
means? With our honorable mention from the Christmas tier list that never made it.
That's
to the
so
list.
true. Okay. So, since it's the holidays, I have to play this song to play us out. And
Play
this is
us
in
out, Trevor.
honor. This is in honor of Ian and Emo harassing me to do so. And also in honor of the holidays. Thank you for listening to the Morning Buzz here on 90.3 WMSC. I'm Terry Dickerson, joined by Gabi Lutz, my co-host, Ian Love, our newscaster, and our segment host, Emo McCormack. Join us all this week until Friday if you love the Morning Buzz and
Buzzmas.
Buzzmas.
We're doing Buzzmas till the end of the semester for Buzz.
Buzzmas all buzz long.
Bee noises.
Buzz, yeah.
Buzz noises. Goodbye.
Anyway, here's Ice Nine Kills.
Yeah.
Santa Claus tonight, boy.